What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're for episode 9 of our Madden 24 Pink Slips franchise mode. And we'll just say right now we're going to finish the regular season here. We got week 17 against the Huskies, week 18 against the Chargers. We are definitely in a spot where we probably, even winning out, aren't going to make the playoffs. But we did get some nice upgrades from the last episode that I get to highlight. However, we did not break 1,000 likes. We have set a 1,000 like goal on every episode of Pink Slips. If we hit 1,000 likes, we get an extra half-star scoring. We got like 900 or something like that. Not good enough. Not going to count. We're not going to cheese the system. So we're going to try to see if we can start a streak here today, getting some half stars. Also, it's been a minute since my upload consistency has been pretty bad. Some of that has been the vid, the leftover effects of the vid. It just does not want to really allow me. I'm feeling good now, but it didn't really want to allow me last week to talk for long periods of time without coughing up a lung. So I was like, yeah, we'll just wait till I feel better. And I did feel better. On Friday, I started recording a 0-7 rings rebuild of the Minnesota Vikings. It ended up taking forever. The intention was I'm going to record it Friday, be out for you guys on Saturday to enjoy on the weekend. Literally just couldn't win 7 Super Bowls with the Vikings. It took me all weekend. It ended up being almost a 3-hour-long video. And YouTube does not like processing it. I have tried re-uploading it. I've tried just waiting like hours on end, like uploading at night, checking in the morning. It's just not processing right now, the full HD version. I've literally done everything. I've cleared my cookies, which is, I've had that be an issue before. I've uploaded other videos just to make sure it's not my channel, and they will process fully. You just can't let a video go live until the HD is done because it just kind of screws everything up. So my intentions here today on Tuesday was like, all right, that Vikings rebuild is going to be freaking good to go. Still not good to go. Still processing the HD. So that's just going to sit here, I think, on my channel until whenever YouTube has that fully processed, because I don't think it's, I think it's just too long of a video. Takes forever. Usually, like, again, my videos are, you know, my longest ones are like an hour 20. This video, I think, originally it was 3 hours and like 1 minute. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to cut it down. I got it down to like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Made the file size smaller, just seeing if YouTube would process better. Nope, still taking forever. So hopefully you guys get to see that. But I can't go another day without uploading. So we're back in the wild world of Pink Slips here in Madden 24. So from the last episode, we did get a big-time victory. It was a plus 10. And we are going to be going in and getting a big-time upgrade to our secondary. With our plus 10, the fact that we can get 2 sizable upgrades in our secondary, it has to be the right call. So we're going to send 77 star dev, Trevon Moehrig, and we're going to bring in Kyle Hamilton, 82, 22 years old, star dev, 6'4", 220 pounds, can do a lot of things for this defense, can be a sub linebacker as well in a pinch. And we're going to be, unfortunately, sending Zion McCollum, who's been a staple of Pink Slips. However, not nearly as turnover happy as he was for us last year in Madden 23. Great athlete, but somewhat a limited ceiling. And when you could just, you know, get and maximize that full plus 10. There was no other real plus 5s. Had a couple upgrades on the offensive line. Could have potentially got Tyree Wilson as a pass rusher. But I think Joey Porter Jr. also knowing that we can cheese 3 skill points that have not been spent. I think this is definitely the best course of action. And I mean, he's still kind of pink slippy in his own right at 6'2", 190 plus pounds, 90 speed, 94 acceleration, 89 jumping, 78 hit power, has, you know, true DB ability. So we're going to go ahead and get big time upgrades in our secondary and see if that's enough here with our final 2 games. Like, again, I think playoffs are probably out of reach, maybe not, but let's just see if we can get a victory or 2 here to close out the year. But also, we need to check with this upgrade, does that break our team into a 75 threshold? Are we now going to be at risk of losing players? And we're 74 overall still, so at least week 17 here against the Huskies, we have another week where we don't have to worry about setting our team captains, don't have to worry about losing and exposing our squad to potentially getting poached. So we have the Huskies up here, a franchise that is near and dear to my heart for what we've been able to accomplish in previous years, in previous Madden iterations. And take a look at their squad, pretty well. I mean, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, the Ole Miss duo, kind of scary. And unless we obviously get a big wheel spin, probably going to be out of reach. But those would be 2 outstanding upgrades. Ike Ekwonu, the offensive line, would be badass. Don't get that twisted. That would be a huge upgrade. John Runyon, I'm a fan of his father, so Maybe we can add that to the offensive line. On the defense, they got Josh Sweat, DJ Reader, rookie Keanu Benton could be potentially up for grabs for us. Jack Campbell at linebacker. As much as I love our linebackers, a star-dev rookie, you can never, dismiss what that could potentially bring to your defense. They got Rodriguez. They got the Ole Miss offense, the Detroit Lion linebackers. In the secondary, you got Trent McDuffie, Emmanuel Forbes, 6 feet tall, 94 speed, 95 acceleration. I'm interested. I'm listening. Eddie Jackson, Adrian Amos. So they got the Bears, former Bears safety duo. You got JL Skinner there, 6'4", 220 rookie out of Boise State. Another potential upgrade. So it's, they're currently the worst team. So optimism is high that we can put together a good game, not let the Ole Miss wide receivers take this one over. And while there's not crazy upgrades, there is a chance that they're really that bad of a team that we can see if we can go all in, dump a 40 bomb on them, and see if A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf could potentially be upgradable. If not, definitely eyeing in here on Ike Ekwonu at left tackle with that dev trait, potentially an Emmanuel Forbes in the secondary as well. Oh, that's holding. Oh, there's no hold there. We got Horn Dog coming up, made the tackle on Cole Kmet. 3rd and 11 after a holding penalty, backed up the Huskies. Let's see if we can get off the field here. This is the only thing I'm going to be... I don't think for 1 second they are going to be able to stop us scoring points. But when you got DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown, they're going to be able to put up points, even with Geno back there. Good stand, get off the field. Let's go score said points. Tank Dell, Jalen Rager, Luke Musgrave, Jalen Hyatt. Musgrave, he's kind of been our most reliable weapon throughout. And look at that. Just takes the initial tackle. Huskies know that they're in tank season. They're like, all right, you guys are still trying to fight for a wild card. We have nothing to play for. Don't put me on a bigger highlight reel. I'll let you get this touchdown. That's how that felt like. Look at that, man. Just he didn't want it bad enough. Luke Musgrave did. Had a chance to smash him. Richardson's loving it. Here we go, Milton. Sack 1. We need a whole lot of them. We need sacks. We need turnovers if we want a shot at a 5-star. Got here, Trent Simpson. A little, maybe a little greedy there and saying, pick that off. We hold to a field goal attempt and they shank it. Suckup sucks. It's in his name. I don't know why we moved the tight end, what kind of play that's supposed to do, but there we go. In for the tutty. Hit him with the... That's one of those dances where everyone goes, oh, hey! Oh, hey! Cool. Everyone's having fun. 2nd and 5. We got play action. We're running. Bijan Robinson into the ground here. Musgrave across the middle is where I really want to go. We got him. Go, 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 go. Big grab. Honestly, I want to try to get Musgrave again. Get that second tutty for Pink scoring. Boom. Tutty number 2. Half-star scoring for Mr. Musgrave. Appreciate you. However, our defense is pretty tired, if I'm going to be honest. Yep. All right, that was coming. We all knew that was coming. You got Simpson. I'm going to probably bail on the running back and just try to cover the middle of the field here. Riley Moss! Intercepts! Go! It's been like 7 weeks. He had 6 picks in like 4 games. Nothing since. Let's go! We'll get out of it with a win. Wasn't impressive. It's a win. So take a look at the score. We won the game, which is 1 star. We had the turnover battle, which is worth a half-star. Looking at our player stats, didn't need to be that dramatic with Bijan because he did have an 18-yard reception, which gives him over 100 yards from scrimmage, which is a half-star. 2 touchdowns for Luke Musgrave, which is a half-star. And on the defensive side, just way too many half-sacks, unfortunately, which is annoying, but we did get the interception, the game-sealing interception from Riley Moss, which is worth a half-star. Unfortunately, no 1,000 likes in the last video to get any scoring, so it ends up being a 3-star performance, which gives us a +6 upgrade incoming from the Huskies. So for the upgrade, I'm going to go ahead and make this one because it is pretty easy what we need to do. We're going to send 76 star dev Raymond to get Ike Ekwonu, who is 79 superstar. That costs 3 points of our upgrade. Actually, you know what? We can count it as his skill point there, which would make it all 6 points that we could spend because he's actually an 80. So there's +4. And then we're going to use +6 to go Brad Christensen. A little bit of a legend from the Panthers series. But John Runyon is just same age, a little bit better. Has the pedigree of a badass offensive lineman. So we're finally showing a little bit of TLC to the O-line. And we get ourselves a franchise superstar tackle in Ike Ekwonu. And luckily, we're still, I don't know how we're still a 74 overall, but we are. And we'll roll that into the last week of the season where a win could get us in. And we're taking on the Chargers. So the last time we played the Chargers, it was a very difficult defeat. They have a very good roster. Not only on top of like just good roster, but lots of players I would love to poach. A-Chain would be badass. Even with Bijan. Even with Deuce Vaughn. Finding a way to get A-Chain would absolutely be ridiculous. They got Kincaid at tight end, who'd be a great upgrade. You got Kenyon Green, who's a dev trait, I believe. Does he still have a star dev on the offense? So he is. So there's a dev trait there. Second-year player. Would be a huge potential upgrade. Daniel Falele is a pink slip type player. And then when you go on the defensive side of the ball, Odafe Owe would be excellent coming off the edge for us. Drew Sanders would be excellent in our linebacking core. DJ Turner, like the fastest player from the combine, is everything that pink slips is about. So there are a lot of big-time upgrades to be had on top of the fact that we could potentially find a way to get into the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs, though, I am going to finish out the offseason in today's episode. Well, let's get into our Week 18 game against the Chargers. Like, am I supposed to cover that with the linebacker all the way? Or is, like, a DB supposed to help me there? And super easy drive, man. Chargers are fucking tough to beat. Dink and dunk expert in Jimmy G. You got Christian McCaffrey, who's unstoppable in his own right. Just got to outscore him. Here we go. Third and 8 shot play. Tank Dell. Tough grab across the middle into Chargers territory. See if we can run right behind the fullback here. Bijan bounces in. Tied up back at 7. It is nice having our own superstar running back to combat Christian McCaffrey on the other side of the football. 3rd and 14, over to the second quarter. Nolan Smith. Come on. Yes, sir. Oh, and he fumbled. Pick it up! Why do we never? It doesn't matter. Like, what franchise, what slider setting makes my guys jump on fumbles? Be it Cardinals franchise or pig slips. It's terrible. Give ourselves a 3rd and 5. Again, flirting with 4-down territory. Just really want to get this and just keep working. That is so overpowered. Musgrave on that. Quick dink and dime. They dink and dunk. We got a dink and dunk. We have an excuse. We're the lowest rated team in the league. What's their excuse? They got Jimmy G? Oh, that is absurd PBU, to be honest with you. Taylor Rapp. I'll take the points. Here we go, Milton. Eat that one alive, man. Pass rush getting home today. Just give him the safety. Just give him the safety because our offensive line ain't blocking today. Just give him the safety because our O-line ain't blocking. Just give me time, man. Just give me time to throw. Maybe we just need a game changer at wide receiver. You know, we got these guys that are speedsters, but we don't have that go-to wide receiver one. That maybe doesn't mean we have to, like, hold the ball for more than 2 seconds. Because right now, we can't hold the ball for more than 2 seconds. Hold more 2 seconds. It is a sack. We're not going to be able to replace the offensive line that much. But maybe, like, an X factor at wideout could be the difference. That, or you know what? Honestly, I'm very, very close to just moving this franchise to All-Pro. So that we can, it's not frustrating. I don't really want this series to be overly frustrating. I want the frustration to happen, like, when we lose, and we lose a player, you know? Because I'm going to be honest, I needed a break last week from just playing Madden 24 on all Madden. It's just constantly you're playing it. And you know what? Cardinals franchise, sure. Something like that should be maybe a little bit longer, a little bit more grind, so that when we finally do achieve the Super Bowl, it's, you know, we achieved a freaking Super Bowl. But I think Pink Slips needs to be just the flip the switch off, keep it the most entertaining franchise mode on YouTube. And I think to do so, it's not going to be continuing to just smash my head into the wall on All Madden. But I don't know. We'll see. And I say all that. We played All Madden with a bad team, and we're going to finish with a chance to make the playoffs. So it's, I don't know. I mean, it's, you know what it is. You guys are watching. It's not necessarily the All Madden difficulty, because we can find ways to make some plays to be efficient. It's just the lack of, like, ridiculous plays that maybe I think we're missing. You know, Pink Slips became legendary. Pink Slips became a great series because we used to be able to hit end-of-game Hail Marys with a 70 overall Tom Savage to freaking John Ross. You know, since the last gameplay update here, you know, we used to hit those big bombs to do Savant out of the backfield, but since the last update, it's kind of just been like, all right, let's get our 5 yards of play down the field, get some points, and deal with the opposing team quarterback going 15 of 18 minimum every single game, right? So I don't know. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on that. Like, if we're good just moving this to, like, an all-pro set of sliders, just say the word, and I'm in. There's a drop. Great. Beezer Robertson, fucking terrible catching. 3rd and 6 on the 21. We'll go slants. Tank Dell. Tough grab. Try to get that back to B. Christian, I mean, our defense is playing well enough that I think taking points here, not the end of the world. Ben No Break, got him at 30. Let's go Karlaftis, man. Underrated guy we haven't utilized a whole lot as a user. Maybe he's just asking, begging for it, and they just loft it in. As Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm not even gonna pull the room. We're going to All Pro. You know why we're going to All Pro? Because I just proved. You know, it's reason why we go to All Pro. Here's the ultimate reason why. It's like a lot of people don't want to be shamed in the comments for playing on All Pro, right? They're like, oh, you should play on All Pro. It's not impressive. Well, I just played a whole fucking season on All Madden with the worst team, and I might have a chance at getting, what, 9 wins? 9 and 8, going above 500. I proved that I can win with a bad team on the hardest difficulty. And I didn't really get what I wanted out of this season in terms of gameplay, right? So now it's about not proving myself, not you know, trying to flex my Madden skill, which is obviously at an S tier type level. But it's about making Pink Slip something different than the Cardinals franchise. Like, I'm sick. Like, I get it in the Cardinals franchise. We're terrible. But I'm sick of, like, anytime I play Madden 24, anytime, because I'm playing on All Madden, either of my main series, the other quarterback's always throwing for fucking 85% completion percentage. If I knock this down to All Pro, maybe there'll be some incompletions, right? It's just so, like, and if I'm feeling like that, I can only imagine what you guys feel like as watchers. So as I ran here, as the Chargers go ahead, we'll do the whole first season here, officially on All Madden. Year 2 of Pink Slips, Madden 24. We're going to have some fun. Field 4 down territory for sure. Whoa! Get that block. Come on, 13. Get the block. Bragger. Dagger. Runs away from Akilo Witherspoon. Gets smashed by Buda Baker, but just... That's a dumb throw. That's a stupid throw. I think we go for it. You already know what's going to happen, man. If we get a touchdown, at least they have to score a touchdown. If we don't score a touchdown, we are not seeing the ball again. Get X. We also got the ball going right in the rows. I mean, let's play some defense. We have to play defense anyway, if we kick the field goal. There we go, another stop. 3rd and 8. What are they going to do? Are they going to have a set of nuts on them and try to... I think they are. Come on, fellas. Oh, no. He throws it away. Yes. Get the ball back. Let's go, defense. Musgrave. Rager gets a nice little blocky poo in there. Same deal. Chew this clock down. Make sure this is the last possession. What the fuck are these play calls? Just give me a shot to try to win it, coach. Run it in. 3 equals a tie, right? Why are we Ooh. Is that a linebacker on Rager? Safety on Rager, huh? Go tank down. Of course, you can't get up field for 2 more yards, but that's a big grab. Gotta remember, ultimate play here is keep it with Anthony Richardson. Goes across his body to Musgrave. Go ahead, score. I'm done. This is me. I get this win by walk-off home run of I'm done on all Madden. Let's sack him. Let's go. Get out of here. Dub. Another dub. Honestly, we might even make the playoffs. Which, you know what? I'll commit. If we make the playoffs, we'll stay on all Madden. This year 1, all Madden. But there's proof in the pudding. I can beat anybody. I can beat any team. I can beat absolutely any team all Madden. Just don't want to. Just don't want to do it no more. Hey, look at the score. We won the game, and it was a divisional win, which is worth 2 stars off the rip. For the player stats, no scoring. I mean, not a bad game from Anthony Richardson, 250 to Tutty. Musgrave, 76 yards and a Tutty, 77 yards for Tank Dell. Defensively, we did get a half star for Nolan Smith, getting 2 sacks. But that is it for the scoring. So it ends up a 2.5-star victory, which is a +5 upgrade to end the season. So it's not a sexy +5, but it's also not brutal. At tackle, we're going to send 64 normal dev Austin DeCoulis to bring in 67 Daniel Falele +3. Actually, we get a +4, a little bonus there, but at 6'8", 380, absolutely someone we want on the line there to compete at right tackle. And then we're going to upgrade at center Juice Scruggs. 69 normal dev, and we're going to use +2, giving us maximizing our +5. Joe Tippmann, 71, about to be a 72 hidden dev center. So showing a little TLC to the guys protecting up front. Unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. We also did not break a 75 threshold somehow. So our first piece of business, we're going to do the whole offseason here. We're going to do free agency, because free agency doesn't really exist in pink slips per se. We definitely do the draft. And hey, last episode, I remember we got with our 5-star spin the wheel, a little scouting report there. I got all the names that we scouted. It was D tackle and wide receiver. But the first piece of business we're going to do, we're knocking this down to all pro, man. Maybe I'll go dig deep for a good set of all pro sliders, but pink slips is the home of all pro. Let's take a look at our stats as well. Stat recap. Anthony Richardson finishes top 10 in passing yards, 36 tutties to 13 interceptions. And we did that on all Madden. We did that on all Madden. Sure as hell we did. Very accomplished for a rookie season, for a rookie quarterback. Again, I just got to get out of the all Madden cycle here. We prove though. And this would be the telling point. If anyone ever comments like, oh, come on, C4, all pro, really? I did it on all Madden. I did it. I did this. It's time for a different chapter. Bijan, 12 and 14. Deuce Vaughn, 8 yards shy of 1,000. Obviously, Bijan did a lot of that before he joined our squad. But, I mean, just excellent one. You know, just we get around the football pretty well. Receiving Musgrave goes over 1,000 yards, 74 catches, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns for the rookie of Oregon State. 7 and 7 for Jalen Rager, 4 and 5 for Deuce Vaughn out the backfield. Tank Dell, Jalen Hyde obviously weren't here for the full season. So another year under their belt. Who knows what they can bring. In terms of sacks, I'm going to bet whoever is... Icky Kwon actually did that not on our squad. Jake Wade, only 8 sacks. Pretty low sack numbers. We have been able to upgrade and shift some guys around the offensive line, though. Trent Simpson and Troy Anderson both going over 100 total tackles. 111 tackles, 11 TFLs. Sack and a half, 2 picks for Trenton Simpson. 106 with 14 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, and a pick for Troy Anderson. We got 12.5 sacks from Nolan Smith on 19 TFLs, 14 TFLs, 6.5 sacks for Milton Williams, but definitely could be in the area code of upgrading that other pass rusher spot. Didn't get a lot out of Karlaftis. On the interception front, 8 picks, Riley Moss. A legendary season that I think ingrains himself in pink slip history, maybe more so than any other player on this squad. Maybe Deuce Vaughn, maybe? But I think if there had to be one guy we take from Madden 24 pink slip that earns that reputation going forth, I think it's definitely Riley Moss for me. 3 picks, Smoke Monday, another underrated player on this defense. Look at the yearly awards. MVP goes to Trevor Lawrence. Where's Anthony? 9? 9? All the way down there. That's a little unfair. Offensive player of the year, Luke Musgrave at 7. Defensive player of the year, you got Hassan Riddick up there. Nolan Smith coming in at number 6. Offensive rookie of the year, Lada Bison. Musgrave wins the award. Bijan at 2. Deuce Vaughn at 3. Richardson at 4. Hyatt and Ayasavesh thin out the offensive. Defensive rookie goes to Nolan Smith. Riley Moss. I actually kind of would rather Riley Moss because it's not a guarantee we'll get a dev trait with Nolan Smith on Superstar. But if we do, and he makes that jump into X Factor, that would be huge this offseason. But Riley Moss at 2. Trenton Simpson at 5. Joey Porter Jr., who we just got, coming in at number 8. For quarterback, Anthony Richardson cracks the top 5. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of the guys here. Nolan Smith, runner-up for D lineman of the year, which is pretty dope. Riley Moss, runner-up for DB of the year, pretty dope. Santoso, brick shithouse of a kicker, gets the top kicker award. So let's just sim here to the end of the playoffs for the first ever Super League title, and we'll see where our squad is at in terms of depth traits. As far as year-end upgrades, Santoso for getting kick of the year, now up to a 70 overall. We get a nice little boost there to actually 1 power, and he is now a star dev. We have Luke, well, actually, we got some other upgrades here, but we got Luke Musgrave, who got a bunch of awards. And he's one of those guys, I know we fed him a lot. I did not think he was having that kind of stat line, because there's been a couple times I've Potter potentially upgrading him, but the connection between him and Anthony Richardson has been incredible, and he gets the double dev trait. Dev trait increase. The star dev is based off his production. The superstar dev off of the rookie of the year, which is outstanding. Now we got Nolan Smith, who gets the X Factor. Let's go. Got the dev trait in season from star to superstar. And for winning defensive rookie of the year, 12.5 sacks in his rookie campaign, we have an X Factor on the defensive side of the ball. And he also has 93 speed, 97 acceleration. And he is an absolute freaking monster. The first Super League champion are the Thunderbirds, led by Lamar Jackson. Wow. That wasn't even close. 38-3. Jesus. I guess while we're looking around the league, who else did what in this new world? Touchdown king, probably best quarterback, does go to Joe Burrow. 36 touchdowns to 6 picks. Oh, why can't he play like that right now? IRL, I say, is a Jamar Chase fantasy owner. CMC led with 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns as well. Huge years from Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. On the receiving, only one receiver going over 100 receptions. Calvin Ridley also led the league in yards. Touchdown leader goes Christian Kirk with a ridiculous 19 total touchdowns. Musgrave runner-up with 14. And on the defensive side, Devin Lloyd, tackle machine. Bobby Wagner and Levante David in the same area code. Sacks go to Matthew Judon, 17 TFLs, 22 sacks, 18.5 for Aaron Donald, 16.5 for Hassan Riddick. They get a show. I mean, we don't even make it with this 12.5 for Nolan Smith. Don't care. Let him continue to slip under the radar a little bit. 8 picks for Jalen Ramsey. We know Riley Moss also had 8 interceptions, so they share the crown for interceptions later. We go through all that information just to now look at the overall dev traits, up and or down for the Bison. As I look at that team rate, we are going to be entering year 2 of pink slips with a chance at losing players. We are now over a 75 threshold. So we did get a dev trait, double dev trait on Musgrave star, then up to a superstar. Anthony Richardson is now a freaking X Factor. How did he get this? Just straight up stats. Playing like an elite quarterback, even though he didn't barely get any love in the MVP race. Anthony Richardson up to superstar. Tank Dell up to a, He must have already been a star, right? Yeah. Okay. So I don't think any other dev traits on the offense. And I don't even know if there's any that we were kind of banking on. You know, Musgrave was definitely the big dog. On the defensive side of the ball, we know we got Nolan Smith up to a superstar X Factor. There we go. We'll take that. Troy Anderson was once upon a time a normal dev, and he is up to a star. Trenton Simpson. I think Trenton Simpson was a guy, based off of his production early on, I thought there was going to be a shot for him to potentially jump up a dev trait, but, you know, star is probably still good for where he's at. Maybe superstar would be getting a little greedy if we're looking across the defense. Riley Moss up to a superstar, which is awesome with his 8 interceptions. Didn't really get much love in the DB of the year, but he did make the Pro Bowl. And 8 interceptions, absolutely. Especially if you're a start. Honestly, any dev trait. 8 picks should yield a dev trait increase. So, on both sides of football, very, very happy with the progress of our squad. Tell you what, man, fantasy draft free agency is insane. Absolutely insane the amount of players that are available. And I was like, you know what? I'm clearly disadvantaging myself by not being aggressive here. So I'm going to let me get one guy. And it's just the most pink slip thing you could do. Cookie Monsters there. In a world full of X Factors, 90 overalls, superstars. Just give me Cookie Monster. He's not even going to start for us. Just great DB depth. And let me move on to the draft. So ahead of the draft, for those of you that might have missed the last episode that we rolled a spin the wheel. We rolled the wheel, which gave us Super Scout, which allowed us to scout and basically just look at what the ratings were for 2 positions. We went wide receiver and defensive tackle. Lots of depth at defensive tackle. However, the best single pick that we uncovered was Dion Clement out of Penn State. I can't remember his rating, but he had a superstar def. We didn't find any X factors, but like that's a guy there, 2nd, 3rd round. He'll be a guy that will be aggressive getting in the 2nd, 3rd round. I don't think we really need to burn a 1st round pick on him, considering, you know, we've also scouted pretty well. We got corners. I mean, we don't need corner, but the fact that we got a couple top 5 talents at corner, definitely more so Raymond. Someone that could be, if we can end up getting Raymond and then, you know, coming back, maybe even being aggressive, trading up so that we could get Clement in the 2nd round. I think that's probably our best course of action here in the draft. Damn, I am controlling every team, but I got to go every pick. Raymond off the board. Damn. I really do feel like we're almost in a spot where it's like, you almost just grab the superstar freaking wide receiver now. Will he be? But he should be there at 60. 2nd, 3rd round grade should still be there. Pick 16 of the 2nd round, right? Like he's still, he's got to be there. There's no way. We could definitely be a little bit bold here. Don't need a tight end. Like where do we really need to improve the squad? Guards are fine. Centers are fine. Could use competition with Flaile at tackle. Not in love with both of these tackles, especially with this one. C, pass block. Big time athlete though. Will Sheldon looks solid. We have Barden, AA, and a C. Less information. Also big time athlete there. And it's just kind of getting it out of the way. Going tackle right away. On the defense side, could use another pass rusher. 4-3 pass rusher, that is. We do have information on all these D tackles. However, O'Neal was the best D tackle. 3rd, 4th round. Don't need to be burning a pick there. I think there's a really good looking linebacker there. Kevin Thomas, top 5 slipping. A, B, Ely, speed ran a 4. I mean, that guy looks real good, but we don't need a linebacker whatsoever. And you look, we got some 1st rounders at corner, but like I just hate the idea that we're picking through slop here at this point. Can we trade out? All right, we're going to trade down. The Aviators want to jump up from 27 to 16, and we were able to get them to throw in their 2nd and 3rd round picks this year. And I think with that, now we're going to be able to really kind of clear off our board and get some top-level players. Quality over quantity. And also getting quantity over quality. We're getting best of both worlds. All right, pick 27. We're just going to make it happen because if we missed out on any of the good players that we want, we're trying to nurse a couple of those D tackles. We have a couple corners that we fully scouted that have 1st round grades. We know this is superstar. We need a superstar. We need a game changer. So even with a slight reach, we get our guy, Dion Clement out of Penn State, a gigantic target to go along with Musgrave for Anthony Richardson. 6'6", 220. Pick 16 in the second round. We're going to grab our first round graded corner here. Xavier Huffman, C catching, A-man, C press, B zone, 5'11", 207 with a 4.38. Great 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. And we get a dev trait. And only a couple more picks until we back up again on the clock. Pick 27 in the second round. Now the second round pick, we're going to go with our highest graded D-tackle. That is Damian O'Neal, 6'1", 340. That 46 reps of the bench press. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Bison. Tommy Wilcox was another wide receiver that we identified as a big-time potential playmaker for us. He was more so on the rating side of things. So I'm expecting, even though there's no dev trade, he's going to be 70+, which is always just good for upgrades. You know, next time a good time wide receiver. Man, I have to get rid of a guy that's actually playing for us. That's around the same area code. We can kind of just throw away Tommy Wilcox. I like double A's, even though there's an F there. Double A's enough to get me to buy in. They're Barrington, depth center behind Tippmann. Need to fill out our linebacking depth, so we're going to grab Mike Summers here. Brings 4.52. He's probably it should be him and Ware. Different styles of we'll go Summers here. Ugh, no dev. Got 2 picks, and we have 2 players left for our perk that we rolled. So we're going to go Taekwon Ulrich. Hidden dev, UDFA D tackle. Actually, that was incorrect. We only had 1 pick left. I'm happy with that pick. That was a hidden dev. Overall, our draft class, using the information that we had, yielded us not bad. So Ulrich, 66 hidden dev, 66 for Summers. We got Justin Barrington, the double A center. I thought he was going to be a little bit of a wet for 74. Not bad. That's actually a higher rating than Tippmann, but we still probably will play Tippmann because he has a dev trait. We got Tommy Wilcox, 70. We got Damian O'Neal, the gigantic nose tackle, 74 hidden dev. That's some nice competition there behind Mozzie Smith for the nose tackle role. Huffman, we just trusted our scouting, 76 hidden dev corner. That is a big get for the secondary. That's already pretty damn good. Don't know where he's going to be. It's crowded. Probably corner 4 as a rookie. 90 speed, 93 acceleration, 90 agility, 80 man. Not prolific jumping, but just a really, really well-rounded player there at a TCU. And our big get, we already know it, Dion Clement, 6'6", 73 overall. That dev trait is superstar. He comes in with 90 speed, 87 catch of traffic, 89 spec, 90 agility, 92 jumping, which is not, 92 agility, 92 change of direction. A guy that's 6'6". That is a rare build here. Dion Clement, who's awesome. We got to find a way to get him to start as a rookie. Looking around the league, just kind of freeze. Cordell Williams we knew he was going to be a top player. Evan Coleman there, 78. Raymond was the corner we thought we might have had a shot at. He is 78. I can only imagine it's hopefully just a star dev because I'm not going to say he's the one that got away, but if he fell past 11 down to 16, he would have been our guy. And only a star dev, so it's not really the end of the world, especially the rating of our corner where we got him in the second round. I'm not overly concerned. So, nothing too crazy. Wasn't a draft class. Had like a generational player or anything like that we missed. So I'm pretty happy with what we were able to, bring home with us. So as the offseason comes to a close, we are a 77 overall. So we are going to be kicking off Season 2 of Pink Slips full on, man. If we lose, we are going to be at risk of losing a player. So as we look at our squad, which in terms of changes from the offseason, Clement is going to be, right now the suggested list starting as a big slot, which is fine. 6'6" for him. Musgrave at 6'6". Those are a couple easy throws there for Anthony Richardson. On the offensive side, defensively, more so just added depth there. O'Neal and Ulrich at D-tackle is great. Huffman is going to be our 4th corner on the roster as we kind of just shuffle everybody around here to give us our best lineup possible. But I guess I give you guys a question. We have 6 captain spots. Who is deserving of our 6 captain spots? I think offensively, Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson probably are going to be locks. I think we also need to throw in the fact Musgrave, for how well he's developed already, that could be one of our 6. I think defensively, definitely Nolan Smith. Definitely Riley Moss, I think. Right? So, we got 4 for sure. There's 2 that I think are up in the air. Nolan Smith, Riley Moss, Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson. That is our 4. Who get the extra 2? Is it going to be someone like a Trenton Simpson, who's been a great user for us? Do we go with highest rating? Therefore, you can look at a Kyle Hamilton or a J.C. Horn. Or do we protect the big uglies up front? Ike Ekwonu, superstar left tackle. That is very, very valuable for a player that we want to get poached. I already know there's going to be trolls saying Jalen Rager and our Deuce Vaughn. But I'm going to let you guys decide who should be our 6 captains that are protected, win, lose, or draw. Let me know in the comment section below. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully that freaking 0 to 7 rings rebuild renders of the Minnesota Vikings, so I really want to get that out to you guys. But this should hold you over for the time being. Thank you very much for watching. As always, 1,000 likes on this video gives us an extra star rating in episode 10 of Pink Slips when we're back in a couple days. So try to hit that goal, and I'll see you back in the next one. Until then, it's your boy C4 saying peace and love ya. Have a good one.